Solve the problem. If an object is projected into the air from ground level with an initial velocity of 64 feet per second, its altitude or height in feet after t seconds is given by the formula s equal negative 16t squared plus 64t. At what time or times will the object be at a height of 64 feet? So we have our equation, s is equal to negative 16t squared plus 64t, where t represents time in seconds. S is the height of this object in feet. Our question is, at what time or times will the object be 64 feet? So we're going to substitute 64 in for s. We're going to solve for t. So 64 is equal to negative 16t squared plus 64t. We have a quadratic equation to solve. Let's put it in standard form. I'm going to move terms to the left-hand side of the equation. So this leading coefficient will be a positive number. So adding 16t squared to both sides gives, on the left, a positive 16t squared. Let's subtract 64t from both sides. So on the left we have a minus 64t plus 64, and that's now set equal to 0. Our quadratic equation is in standard form, but let's clean this up a little bit. Our coefficients all have a common factor of 16. So I'm going to divide both sides by 16. So on the left, each term divided by 16 gives t squared minus 4t plus 4 is equal to 0. Now this is a much nicer form because what we have on the left side now is a perfect square trinomial. And it's going to factor as t minus 2 times t minus 2, or t minus 2 quantity squared. Using our zero factor property, either t minus 2 or t minus 2 is equal to 0, but we only have to write that once. We've got a repeated factor. T minus 2 is equal to 0, so t is equal to 2. Remember that t represented a time in seconds. And so just to summarize here, we would say then that this object is going to reach a height of 64 feet after a time amount of 2 seconds.